What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Prize Picks video talking about Thursday Night Football. We got Rams, Niners in this one. 4 picks in the video for you to consider, so stay tuned to hear all 4. And if you guys are not in the Dynamo Discord yet, we're opening up the free sections here. You can get in, talk about NFL, NBA, whatever you want in here, see what some other people are liking. The link will be down below to get in here for free. Also, part of the Discord is the private channels. If you want to sign up for the private channels, the link will be down below for that as well. We brought together 5 of the best cappers for player props, giving out more picks in here, plus our favorite picks for all sports. We've been crushing. You could see some big wins and some crazy win streaks like 17 and 12 with a 9-0 college football sweep, another 7-2 day in the NBA yesterday. Private Discord access will also be pinned down below, where you can get in here for less than $1 per day. You guys saw some of the big hits, the winning streaks we've been going on. Access to 5 cappers in there giving out their top picks. So we'll see you guys over in the Discord. Now let's get into this one for the first pick. Going to the Niners here and going to Deebo Samuel, who has not been good, but we're going to go back to him here at 4 catches on this line. A really low line for him at 4. I think they're going to look to get him involved a lot more in this game. The Niners have been struggling, had a good game in the last one, but I do think they want to get their playmakers more involved here, especially with no Christian McCaffrey. Now you don't have Garendo or Jordan Mason in this, it's looking like, so Deebo should be more involved on a lot of these short passes, and I think he's going to get just 2 or 3 of those alone, those short passes around the line of scrimmage. So I think he should be smashing this one at just 4 catches here. If you look at this one for Deebo, you can see almost every other site has this one at 4.5. We're getting it at 4 here, so I do think a pretty good line. You can see this on OddsJam over here. Also looking at this one on Outlier, on the season he's had 4 or more catches in 6 of 12 games on the season, so right at a 50% hit rate. Last year, this was a 61% hit rate. 11 of 18 games, he had 4 or more catches. So I do like this one. Think he's going to get more involved in the offense this week. And then we're going to go to a guy who's been super involved in the offense. That's George Kittle. I like going back to him here. He's looked pretty unstoppable. He's been wide open on a lot of plays in the past few weeks and has had some monster run after the catch performances as well. One of the best in the NFL at doing that, him and Deebo actually. But Kittle has been getting a lot of catches and a lot of yards after these ones. So I like going back to Kittle here at 57.5. A line he's smashed in a few games. I think he's going to keep it going. He's been the number 1 target out there for Purdy. So I like going back to Kittle in this game. And if you guys are on Prizepicks, Underdog, and not on Parlay Play, you got to get over here. They have a ton of promos all the time. Like they have a payout boost special right now for Curry up as I'm recording this. They also have a 100% deposit match up to $200. And best of all, you get $5 just for signing up. You don't even have to deposit. They just give you $5 to play with. I turned my $5 into about 15 here, taking another slash line. And then, like I said, they have constant and a ton of promos. They had over a half yard here a couple weeks ago. I took that with another slash line for another big payout. And you get slightly better lines over here, like Kittle's at 56.5. So check them out. I've been playing over there. It's been a lot of fun with all the promos and stuff they have going. So they'll be linked down below to get that free $5 plus the 100% deposit match after that. Looking more at Kittle in this one. He's hit over this in 64% of games. The Rams allow a lot of receiving yards this year, 25th in the league, allowing 243 per game. And Kittle's coming off 151 yards. Just had 7 in that terrible game in the snow the game before. But the one before that had 82, then just missed it with 57, then 128, 92. So he's had some huge games. I like him to keep it going. It's also one that he hit over half the time last season. All right, so moving on, I like Deebo and Kittle, so I'm going to go to his quarterback as well. And I'm actually going to take Purdy over on the pass plus the rush yards. Usually this line is higher than the added up total of the rush yards and pass yards combined, but for this one, it's right in line here, so I like that aspect of it. I do like Purdy on the pass and rush separately as well, but combined, I do like a little better. I think Purdy's going to have a big one. Rams will keep this one close as well, but I do think it's going to be a bit more high scoring than people think. And it's going to be another big game for Purdy here, coming off a huge one. So he's had some huge games this season, running the ball more as well, and I like this spot to pair with Kittle and Deebo. I think it's going to be another big one for Purdy. And also remember, Purdy is battling to get that next contract, so anything he could do to stand out in these last games here, especially if they don't make the playoffs, is going to help him in those contract negotiations. And we could see on the season, on this line, he's hit it in 8 of 12 games. Last game he had 336. Obviously versus Buffalo, that snow game was terrible. And then missed it in a tough spot here against Kansas City, but has been hitting this one at such a high rate. And the Rams allow so many passing and rushing yards that I think he's going to have a big one all around, be making plays all over the field, especially if the Niners running game isn't working without probably their top 3 running backs, it looks like, in this one. So I think they could be passing more. Purdy could be doing more with his legs. And he's just been having some massive games this year. I think he's in a good spot here against the Rams. He smashed it earlier versus them. He got 333 combined with 41 rushing yards, 292 passing yards. So I really like this spot for Purdy to pair with those guys. All right, for the next one, we're going to go to Demarcus Robinson here, over on his receiving yards at 20.5. I did post these picks already in the private Dynamo Discord, and I could see that the Demarcus Robinson line has bumped since then. It was at 19.5, so not a huge bump. Still at 20.5. I don't mind it. I think he's actually in a good spot as the third receiver here for the Rams. Kupp and Nakua definitely take up a ton of targets in this offense, but Demarcus Robinson should be seeing one-on-one coverage all game. He's been playing a good amount of snaps this year as well. He either dropped a big pass or had a big catch last week that got called back, but would have easily hit this one last week as well. It might have been both, actually. I think he might have dropped one and had one called back where he would have hit this receiving yard mark. But he's been hitting this one all year, basically. If we look at him on the season, he's hit this in 9 of 13 games, 69%. Like I said, didn't hit it last game, but had that dropped. And then last year, when he actually started playing at the end of the season, he was hitting this. In these first games, he was playing like very minimal snaps. And if we actually look at the snap count for Demarcus Robinson, he's played 61% or more of the snaps in every game. Snaps have actually been down a bit the past 2 weeks, as Tutu Atwell has been getting a few more snaps, but I still like Demarcus Robinson. I think he's going to be a better fit for this game as a big body receiver against a physical 49ers team. So should see an increase in snaps up from 61 like he was seeing in basically every other game this year. And then looking back at last year, we saw him play like 10% or less of the snaps until week 12, and then he was playing 60% or more and hitting this line basically every week after week 12, besides one game here as what we're seeing from Outlier. So if you guys are not in the Dynamo Discord, get in here for free. You can talk in the free chat channels about your picks and what other picks people are liking. In the private sections of the Discord, we brought together 5 of the best cappers for player props in all sports. You can get access to all their picks, more picks from me, plus 5 other cappers in here. You can see some big hits from all sports going on in the Discord, plus some huge streaks have been going on as a whole of the cappers. 7-2 NBA day with a 9-0 sweep, and then the next day, yesterday, we went 7-2 in the NBA. So check that out. It'll be linked down below, as well as the link to join the free Discord and to join Parlay Play as well. It's just like Prizepicks at Underdog, but they have more promos. You get $5 just for signing up to play with, plus a 100% deposit match after that. Sign up for them as well. And we'll see you guys over in the Discord, and subscribe to the channel.